Oh, okay. Omega. All right, here we are trying it again.
Oh,
let's see if anything happens. So, guys, I think that you're probably going to have to wait a second before anybody shows up.
that's usually the way it works.
Yep. We're trying again.
Yeah, because it's not going to be on the old thing, right? Isn't it?
No, it's a brand new. Loring is back. Hi,
I'm
Loring.
going to turn mine off.
Yeah, if you guys have all yours on, then yeah. I wonder if you can go in and like cut all the stuff where I'm talking about like Swatch watch and you know
Now we're back.
and you know, like hot dog grilled cheese sandwiches or whatever.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So hey everybody, I hope that you are in a spot where you can see me. We had some technical difficulties and we're back now. Earlier this morning or last night, I can't remember. Hi Doug. We pay it's several $1,000s a year to have internet at the shop, and it's a bummer when it doesn't work. And I don't know, is it because we're in an industrial area?
I think yeah, because we don't have overly good anything here really. It's because it's an industrial neighborhood. Yeah.
Okay.
And it just hasn't come this far. And there's train tracks literally right there.
What is that?
They're not gonna be able to cross the train
tracks.
tracks.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So
with fiber optic cable
way,
okay.
But if it's coming the other way, and eventually, you know.
So I hope that there's no buffering, guys, but there's a snowstorm and I don't know. So which is not weird for April. It's not a storm. I mean, it snowed
all day.
Yeah.
It's starting to stick.
Yeah. So anyway, so we didn't even know that we were going to be able to do this, but we just got this guitar back, and we sent it out to a handful of places and got a bunch of pictures taken, and we didn't know if we are going to be able to do this today, so we didn't really plan on it. But then we got it back, and at the 11th hour, we were able to do it. So yeah. But anyway, so it is. I'm calling this the Wildwood TTG Wildwood Challenger.
Okay.
Know why?
No, Matt.
Because the wood is wild.
Wood.
Yeah. No, the wood is wild. Wood wild. So you want to see it?
Sure.
All right. Now check this out, gang. This is a quilt maple top Challenger with many of the same appointments that Dylan spec'd for his Gasser series. So one of the things that Dylan definitely didn't want was a sunburst figured maple top, which I get it. You know, he's like, I don't like sunburst maple tops. So
I don't know that he said that. I think he said that he prefers something a little crazier.
Yeah, he wanted what he asked for no quilt maple, so he got no quilt maple. But I always thought, man, the stuff that Dylan picked, like the Kingwood fretboard with block inlay and luminescent side dots and tunematic and stop tail and really crazy cool wood would be really neat. And of course, it's got the new logo. So yeah, so I thought, well, this is a cool guitar. Why don't we make one?
The other thing is this guitar went with us. This body went with us to the Woodwire and Bolts show because you were worried that people that came up to our booth would think that we don't or won't or can't do good-looking wood.
Yeah, that's right.
We just took the body, and it didn't have any paint on it or anything like that.
It was just raw.
Yeah, it was raw. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was there, and yeah.
So but this I got to tell you what, guys. This guitar. Remember, we did that best guitar you can get for any amount of money.
Yeah.
You cannot get a better guitar than this for any amount of money. No. I will. That's Texas Matt talking now. Okay, so you can take that to the bank. This guitar is positively stunning, and we actually built this one as an exclusive for something that we could have like to show dealers. But you know what, Chris? Sometimes you got to sell the stuff that you meant to.
Well, there's other stuff coming too that we can.
That's right. That's right.
And I think the story of you going up to Wildwood a couple weeks ago, not with the intent of selling them the guitar, but with the intent of showing them what we're up to.
Because we talked with the guys at Wildwood at Woodwire and Volts.
Yeah, and Greg, the guy that we talked to, our contact there, is a very, very cool guy, very personable, very willing to talk to us.
Oh, crap. You know what I forgot to put on the website? The link to Greg Koch playing this very guitar at Wildwood yesterday.
Yeah, so you went up there and we're talking to him and showing it, and they said, well, can you leave it with us? And you didn't want to leave it with them.
No, because I wanted
wasn't the idea. Frankly, we could have, this thing could have been for sale a couple of weeks ago. But they wanted to keep it and play it and show it and this and that. I mean, they showed some interest in it.
And the guys at Wildwood are stand-up guys.
Yeah, they're cool.
Class
I like them.
Yeah.
So we went up there today. We showed them the Gold Strat. We're just going to go up there and show them what we're up to.
Yeah.
Every once in a while. Apparently every other Friday.
That's what Greg expects.
That we're on now.
Yeah.
I mean, they were very complimentary about the guitar. Everybody in the shop played it.
Yep.
Yesterday they had
including Greg Koch.
Greg Koch was in doing his demo thing, and he played this one for a minute, and they sent us the video, and it's pretty cool.
And I told
all the people that say, why don't you ever play the guitars? Well, here you go.
Here you go. And I have the video. It's loaded on the website. I just forgot that it's not every day that I have Greg Koch playing one of the guitars that I can go, oh yeah, I got to remember to do that.
For about 20 seconds, he does 3, fairly unique styles. I think he plays through all the pickups in 3 different ways. He's kind of got his deal down. And, in 56 seconds, he does a whole bunch of stuff, tests the whole guitar.
Yep.
And that's pretty cool. And everybody, they really liked it. And we'll see.
Yeah. This instrument has okay, wait. I'm getting ahead of myself. They have a room at Wildwood that's like set up for, photography and videos when Greg comes in. And they were like, so when people want to see their guitar in front of an amp that they can't afford, we always come in here. They got like all these cool vintage amps and stuff.
Vintage Marshalls in there.
So anyway, so this instrument is
the vintage box room was a different area.
It was very different. Yeah. There was some cool Marshalls though, to be sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, this guitar is I mean, it's not, I don't know. What would you say, Chris? This isn't really our standard guitar.
No,
but this is kind of a new direction that we're going down. And heretofore, the only time you could get this bridge and this inlay and everything combination, you could not get with a nice maple top. So this one and this one, that you guys can't see the maple on that, but it's mind blowing too.
It is, yeah.
It's flame, not quilt. But so we wanted to make something that you guys could get, but it was in the same, the same wheelhouse as the stuff that Dylan helped us design.
Yeah,
or
this is
spec,
something.
rather. Why don't you walk us through what we got going on here, Chris?
All right. So from tip to butt, Hipshot open gear tuners, the only tuners that really matter.
That's right. Oh, dude, we forgot to sign this one.
I know.
We'll sign it. We have time to do it, right?
Yeah, we've forgotten to do it. We made a big deal out of that, and there's a bunch of guitars floating around that didn't get it.
We'll sign it.
We'll do it. Let's see, Black Kingwood fretboard, block inlays.
Those look. You know what? I'm not an inlay guy.
Yeah,
I didn't think I was an inlay guy.
Yeah,
I love the way the block.
I think the whole idea of this guitar is to just class it up a little bit more than some of the other challengers that we've done, and maybe Gibson it up a little bit more.
Yep.
I hate to use that word.
No, but it's true.
It's true. Yeah, the Tune-O-Matic and Stop Tail is a very, very Gibson thing, as is the color.
Yep.
What else? Oh, pickups are Damasio Super Distortion with a I forget what they call their PAF.
PAF, I think.
With PAF in double cream.
Yep.
Yep. And
DiMarzio still holds that trademark.
Yeah, you can't legally do that.
Yeah.
There are people that do.
And there are people that do
get their hands slapped.
I think they get their pee-pee slapped. Yeah.
I'd prefer, if I was doing the slapping,
yeah,
it would be 100% hands.
Okay.
Slapping.
Yeah.
Would be
No
pee-pee.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Yeah. No. What else?
And this has the stop tail tune-o-matic. What do we got for control these?
Volume, tone.
Mm-hmm.
3-way switch.
Yep.
Strap buttons standard.
What do you think of the tune-o-matic and stop tail versus the Hipshot?
Well, it's a lot more traditional look. I think some people really like that. So I can go either way. There are pluses and minuses on both bridges.
One of the neat things about the tune-o-matic and stop tail is, of course, this doesn't have to be flat here.
Right.
It's because it's just got two posts that it kind of,
Yeah.
it's like bridges that gap. Yeah.
Yep.
So this has this has reveal binding too. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but the flame or the figure of the wood really pops through the binding
through,
there.
You can follow it, which is fun.
Yep. Hunter and mahogany back and neck. Glow in the dark side dots. This burst is pretty excellent too, Chris. Let me see if I can get
thanks. Yeah, the burst is good.
That's really cool. It's my favorite. It's
Yeah.
one of my favorites. So how is this different from a regular Challenger? Well, first of all, the wood is crazy cool.
Yeah.
Cool wood costs money.
It does.
Inlay costs money. Glow in the dark side dots cost money. And so if you wanted to get a level 2 Challenger, which I guess is a level 2 maple top,
it is,
but you'd need to pay for inlay and dots and stuff. So we just put one together, and it's not inexpensive, but this is
after playing the best guitar you can buy for blah 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 all week on the 10 o'clock show.
Yeah, that's right.
On our morning show. This guitar is a relative bargain.
Yeah.
In the world of guitars.
We spent
hand built, handcrafted, American made.
We spent about an hour hanging out in a room full of $10, $12, $50,000 Gibsons and Fenders, and not to take anything away from those guitars, but for a third of the money of the least expensive guitar that we looked at today at Wildwood, I'll put our guitars up against anybody's. Let me just say that at any price.
And when things start, the difference between this, the next step up is $2,000 or $3,000. That's a lot of money. We spent most of the week playing $500 to $1,500 guitar.
Yeah.
That game.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guitar is super awesome.
Yep.
And
the other cool thing about this, Chris, no tariffs. I'm not trying to make a political statement here, but how much imported stuff is on this? I don't think anything. So yeah. So for all of you guys who are importing tuners from Canada and whining and belly aching, I'll just shut up.
Scared of all of that. Yeah.
So anyway,
cool guitar.
Link in the description below. You can buy that guitar right this second. And let's see. Cushman says that's really nice. Jay is excited about his, and Jay, you should be. Yours is going to have a maple neck, though, Jay, with that cool stuff that you sent in. Lefty says not inexpensive, but heck, for the same money, you can get a really blah-looking Gibson. You know what? And that's a cool thing to say. You can get a regular Gibson that anybody else can get for the same money. You know what I mean?
I'd like to think that there's a little bit of craftsmanship and love and care.
Yeah.
The day that we built
we
that
stress out over these a lot.
There weren't 50 more before lunch.
I
didn't have to rush through all of my steps. To get to lunch. Which I think in a lot of ways is what everybody looks forward to if you work at a factory. It's lunch and the
lunch
end of
and
the day.
going home.
That's
Yeah.
it. And if there's something that I'm not quite 100% on, I can spend the extra minute or 2 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever it takes to make it
sometimes
the way I want.
An extra couple days has to happen.
Well,
like stuff. I mean,
and that happens too.
Yeah, when like, oh geez, this paint isn't right, or this thing isn't right, or we have to redo it, and so But
guitars like this, we are super, super proud of them because we took a lot of time.
And we're super, super picky. And we have to be picky because that's all we can do, right?
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
I am my own harshest critic.
Yeah.
And if I think it's good, it's really good.
Yeah.
So
so guys, this one of course ships with the case and a bunch of TTG swag. And so I hope that somebody gets this guitar and loves this guitar because I love this guitar. You know what I mean? This is if I was to die tomorrow and stand before God and say, here is something that I did that I'm really proud of, that guitar would be right up there. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's one of it. I don't make any excuses for that instrument.
Yeah.
So, and I know you don't either. I know that it's a big deal.
It's a great looking guitar. It's a great playing guitar. The guys at Wildwood really liked it.
Yeah. So anyway, gang,
somebody's gonna say, if they liked it so much, why don't they have them?
Well, I mean, and the guys at Wildwood could have anything they want, but the fact is we didn't go in there trying to sell them. No. We like those guys. Didn't you say that it was weird that like the guys at Wildwood were like, hey, we want to help you guys do class stuff? Yeah. That was really cool.
Yeah. We will end up with at least one Wildwood guy in a class this year.
I bet you mean like a guy who works there or one of their customers?
No,
I bet you
one of their, and I'm and I didn't want to mention it to them, but I'm formulating.
Oh, you got a plan?
Something in my head.
You got a master plan?
Got to master something.
Okay. You're fixing it. You're working on a master plan.
Yeah. But just some. Yeah, because they have a lot of people that really like guitars, and they have a lot of people that probably don't know about us.
It's funny, like when we brought in the thing, like some people are apprehensive. The guys at Wildwood are like, oh, I deal with really expensive guitars all the time. They pick it up and start rocking out, and they don't.
The funniest part was they brought that guitar out in the gig bag, and it was labeled just like all their other guitars. It had tape on it, and numbers and names, and that place has a lot of cases.
Yeah,
all the guitars are in cases. The funny thing is all the hang tags are down so you can see them. It's real easy to read. You don't have to pull out the guitar and look at it. You can just read the tag. Everything's weighed, which was crazy.
Well, I imagine that when you've got a $10,000 guitar, you're gonna have people. We should weigh this one.
But you don't. This thing's crazy light.
Yeah. Well, where would you?
Guitar weighs under 7.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Easily, probably 6.5.
Handily under 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
What was I? And you don't want to keep pulling the guitars out of the cases, and every time you're doing something. But it was neat to go there. I'm glad we went, and
I'm glad we did too.
Greg gave us the tour, and it's cool.
All right. Well, so if you guys want to make the TTG Wildwood Challenger your own, link in the description below, unless it's already sold. Yes, ma'am?
In-stock guitars finally on the website.
Oh, okay, yes. So I am reminded by Joy that there are, in fact, some in-stock guitars right now you can go buy. And the merch page is up and running, and we're getting
testimonials page.
Oh,
and please share.
Okay.
It's a big deal for us. If you don't buy a guitar, share the page.
All right. Okay. So hold on. I'm going to repeat back everything that Joy just told me, but merch page is up. Merch is coming faster than ever.
1 week.
We're looking at 1 week. So if you're kind of like, I want to get one of them new shirts, but you got some on the way. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Further into that end, there's a new testimonial page on the website. So if you have a guitar or if you've been to a workshop, please send us an email. Send that to use the contact sheet because that'll go immediately to Joy, and she'll be able to get it up there, and you can be immortalized in the testimonial page on our website.
But only if you say nice things.
What are they going to say? The worst thing they could say is like, Matt and Chris are way too handsome, or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I thought I was going to like those.
They were both kind of smelly.
Yeah, I thought those guys were going to be cool, but as it turns out, they're just way good looking. So I don't know what they'd say.
Yeah.
So
I think all the testimonials already say that. So don't repeat.
Yeah. There's no point.
Yeah. No point.
I've also been asked to let you guys know that we need you to look at the website, share the website, and share the social media pages, like the Instagram and the YouTube and the Facebook. And aren't you doing TikTok?
Hold off on
soon?
the TikTok.
Nope. TikTok's coming, dude.
It is, but don't look at it yet.
Is TikTok up?
No, it will be after this weekend.
So in a mere matter of days, we will be TikToking.
Apparently, TikTok is like not fooling around.
Listen,
man.
buddy, you're gonna have to learn to dance. There's choreography and everything.
If you can't purchase a share, is huge.
If you can't purchase a share, is huge. It helps us out on so many ways. Just share these videos and the website and all that stuff. Let people know that you're part of the Texas Toast Street team. Don't mess around, right? Okay. All right. So guys, we are going to take it from here and call it a day. I've got to, hey, Doc, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Doc,
he's the first testimonial on the testimonial.
If you ever wanted to get
page,
Doc, if you want to help out your old buddy, Uncle Matt, and you want to get a really cool Texas Toast guitar, guys, I'm telling you, this is the one to get. Okay. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you later this weekend for all the other stuff that I'm going to be doing. And have a good one. Take care. Have a great night. Snowstorm. Have to go drive in the snow.
You don't have to go to the baseball game, though.